back to the channel. I'm Sabyra, aka Sabythesimmer. I hope you're doing well this Tuesday. So we're back with another speed build today. I'm doing a rental and I really wanted to use the Desert Luxe kit. So this is just a base game and Desert Luxe kit build. And I decided to do a rental because I thought the items would work really well in a rental as opposed to like a... I mean, I think they could work well in our like residential home anyway. But in mind, I just had a rental, so I decided to go with it. So yeah, like I said, just base game, just the Desert Luxe kit, because both gonna be free. Well, the Desert Luxe kit is free if you already have base game. The way they've kind of done it, which I kind of get in this business mindset, but the way they've done it is like the Desert Luxe kit stops being free the day before base game goes free. So they kind of want you to pay full price for the base game just to get the kit if you don't already have base game, or just the base game the same thing. So bit cheeky, but at the same time it's a business. What do I expect? With this build, it came together quite quickly. I did have a reference image and it was just for the front really, so where I put the columns and like you've got the kind of like overhang, that was based on the photo that I'll insert right now. And the rest of it I kind of just went with the flow. I kind of knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted a pool. I struggled so much for a pool because this is only a 20 by 15 lot, so I really struggled to fit in a pool but keep the build kind of small and like just like, I don't know, I didn't want loads and loads of stuff going on, so it was very minimal. And because it is a rental as well, it made sense for it to be minimal because people aren't going to be living here 24/7. They're going to come stay here for however long they want to stay and then leave. And then, yeah, so I didn't add loads and loads of details, very minimal. It is quite a pricey build. I originally set out to have a build that was like 30k because I thought I wanted it to be kind of like a cheap but kind of like luxe experience. But I don't know where I went with the idea of doing something affordable with a kit that's called Luxe, like Desert Luxe. So the items aren't super cheap. They're not the most expensive items, but they are, some of them are pretty expensive. Like I think the chair is like, a sofa is like 600 or something like that, simoleons. So yeah, it racked up pretty quickly. And if you can imagine, I'm only using base game and the Luxe kit, so I don't have that much of a variety of like looking for the cheapest items or whatever. If I did, then it would be cheaper. But yeah, I originally went with 30k. It ends up being 572 simoleons. And I looked to see how much that costs when you want to stay there per day. It's like 500 simoleons a day, which is a lot. I got my sim to like go on vacation here to like test out the price and also to test the build, because I didn't think it through. I made it a rental before I play test it, so I had to like get my sim that I already had here to like rent the space. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like 1,000 something to stay for 2 nights, or I think 3 nights. I can't remember how many nights I did it, just so I had enough time to do what I needed to do with this and play test it and get the screenshots and that kind of stuff. I just hate when I don't have enough time. But I didn't think it through. I didn't think of like keeping it as a residential and then changing it to a rental, even though it doesn't make sense because on the gallery it doesn't change to a rental, it's still a residential. So you can, like, if you download this build, you would have to change it. You have to go into build mode, change it to a rental, and then come back out. But that's very annoying. But like I said, I only used the reference image for the front, so there's not loads that I used images for. Like I just went with the flow basically, and knew I wanted a pool, knew I wanted a little patio area, and I wanted to use pretty much every single item that was in the kit. So I'm pretty sure at one point I just pulled everything out that was in the kit and then figure out where I'm going to place it afterwards. And the kit is really nice, really nice kit. The items are so pretty. The only thing I say they missed was plants. Well, I say the only thing. I've actually got 2 things. Plants. We could have got some really nice like potted like desert-y like cactuses or something. We could have got some plants with this kit for sure. 1 and 2, counters. Because when I wanted to use the barbecue, it looks fine by itself, but I wanted to make it look like it was kind of like a built-in kind of barbecue grill area. So I had to use the do you know that the really contemporary simple base game counters that got updated recently with the swatches? I used those and they matched in well, but they weren't perfect. And I think knowing the fact that the bar, which I only noticed when I was looking at it in the nighttime, the bar actually has lights around it, like kind of underneath the lip of the bar, which I thought was so cool. I thought that was really cool because it's very modern, very sleek. to have kind of like LED lights or just a strip lights underneath a bar, so like when the light's off, it doesn't give off a huge amount of light, but you notice it. At first I thought it was just a white kind of like trim underneath, but then I realized it was a light, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I like that. And yeah, but that's the only things I wish was added into this kit. Plants, even 2 plants, I would have been happy with 2, because it is a kit. I don't expect loads and loads of items, but 2 plants, that would have been perfect. And counters, just some counters would have been great to like merge it all in together, to have it so you can like have a larger bar, or have the barbecue area kind of a bit longer or wider, whatever the case may be. But I think I made it work anyway. I'm matched in pretty well. It has like some black and white swatches, which is what I used in the end to kind of make it blend in with the counters. I ended up shuffling things around, so where things are at the moment, it all changes. Like everything outside pretty much changes. When I went to play a test outside, I had the fireplace and I had the kind of like outdoor concrete chair with the big concrete square table, and they couldn't light the fireplace. I don't understand why they need so much space to light this fireplace, but anyway, they did. So I ended up moving like the big square concrete table to the living space, and then moving the circle one outside so that they could actually light the fire, which they did. I had to make sure they could light the fire at least, and get into the beds and use the bath and the shower and all that kind of stuff. I wanted to go for this like luxe feel of having the bath in the bedroom. I don't know why this just gives me luxe vibes, but it kind of does. So we got the bathroom like literally right next to the window, and the back of the lot is pretty much just like landscaping. So in my mind I was like, I don't think you'd mind too much if it was in the bath and it was just landscaping. I mean, people could definitely probably still see you, but I felt like it's a Sims, it doesn't matter. But also I was like, you know what, you're on holiday, you know, a bit of exhibitionist never hurt nobody. So, you know, whilst on holiday. So I thought, yeah, fine, let's go with it. Go with the flow. So, I feel like the kitchen living space came together pretty quickly. Like I said, I kept it very simple, very minimal. So I used the new bar stools at the kind of like island. I really wanted like a dining table in the building itself, but when it's Oasis Spring, so it doesn't really get that cold or rain or anything like that. I mean, it did because I had to use the weather machine, because I can't like change the weather properly with cheats. I can change the season, but like if it's summer and it's cloudy, I can't change it with cheats. It just doesn't work for some reason. So what I do is I normally just get the weather machine and hope to God that my sim doesn't electrocute themselves, die, cause problems, which they did. They caused a thunderstorm, which was amazing. So I had to wait for that to pass and then try again to get clear skies so I could take the screenshots. So it wasn't grey and like muggy looking, but anyway, that's besides the point. I I just, yeah, it was a hassle getting those screenshots. I wish I could just use the cheats better, but for some reason they just don't work for me. I don't know what it is. So originally when I was doing the rooms, I went with like dark tones, some of the lightest like orangey tones of the concretes and things like the items from the kit. And I originally wanted to put like the portrait with the couple on it, but it was just the sizing wasn't right. I wanted it to be slightly smaller and a bit more square, so in the end I just go with something else. And I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sure on like the tones, but I knew that I wanted to have like warm tones in the house. I wanted it to be kind of like dark woods, so I kind of went with that theme. And then I used the new curtains, and they have like this really nice green swatch, like really light, almost like a sage tone, I think it is. I think that's what you would call it. But it was so nice, I ended up using that throughout the build, and then kind of going with the sage green theme throughout the build. So some of the items like change swatches so that can match in a bit better. But I really like the way it looked. It's very earthy, very like neutral, very relaxing. I really like the tones that came out. Look at the tones that came out, the way things turned out. And I'm really loving the curtains. The only thing is it does like the little rail piece that you want to use, it snaps to its own kind of accord, and you're just like, ugh. So you have to move the window out of the way. That's the only thing that's a bit annoying, but other than that, it's fine. I'm happy that we got these curtains. I did see someone post up that they've used the rail for different base game curtains, so I need to try it out and see how they work with like the ones that are my favorite ones to use, the ones that they updated recently, the ones with like the share bit on next to it as well. I don't think I'm describing it very well, but the very simple curtains with like the share bit. I want to try it with that because I think that would be amazing for every build that I do, because I always use those curtains. So I ended up shrinking down the bathroom, which you'll see me do soon, and making it slightly smaller because I had the bathtub in the bedroom. I just didn't need a super big bathroom, so I ended up making it smaller and just having the shower in there, sink and toilet in there, and some other like pieces of cut on the counterpiece. But then I put like the shelf in the bedroom, and I can't remember what that's called. There's a little like ottoman thing with like towels and stuff on it. I put that in the bedroom as well. I was like, I don't know what else to put in this room. Like, especially because it's a rental, I didn't need it to be super cut, and I didn't need it to feel like super lived in. I just wanted it to be kind of sleek and like modern-ish. So I wasn't sure what to even use, but like I said, I pretty much did try to use literally every single item in the kit. I nearly forgot to use the little spotlights, but I did end up using them in the end. Because that would have literally been the only thing from the kit I wouldn't have used, the spotlights. But I did use them outside in the end. And I put some lights on the walls because I just wanted to like light up the room a bit. And because I also didn't use table lamps, or end table lamps, yeah. So I just decided to go with something different. I went with plants, and then I put wall lights. I was gonna say, what? Lights on the wall? Yeah, lights on the wall lights. I feel like my words are just jumbled up today. It's just one of those days where the words aren't wording. But yeah, it's a pretty short one today. I don't feel like there's much to talk about with this build because it's pretty. Like, I kept a lot of the build in just because it was a shorter video as well. I didn't cut loads and loads out. I'm pretty sure the whole build itself maybe took me about 3 hours, I think it was, maybe 4. So one of the quicker builds I've done for sure. So I was even surprised when I finished it. I was like, I don't even remember recording like twice, but I know I did record more, but it was just a bit weird how quick it was. And I'm pretty sure I was doing this whilst also watching The Walking Dead as well, or something else. I was watching something. I always watch something when I'm building, which can be really distracting, but sometimes it helps to just have background noise, which I needed. But yeah, I hope you guys' week is going well so far. The bank holiday yesterday didn't really feel like a bank holiday, it just felt like a Sunday. But I don't know. It was whatever it was. My Wi-Fi was playing up, so I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to get this video up because I got a message and it was like, oh, we'll try and get the Wi-Fi sorted by today. And I was like, I don't want it sorted today, I want it sorted yesterday so that I could make sure it was just, I could just schedule up a video. But I do like to do my voiceovers on the actual day that it's going up, so that doesn't make any sense, does it? But anyway, yesterday they did message me and let me know that it's back on, so I was like, great. And I was speaking to my dad and he was like, basically complaining about how much I was paying for the Wi-Fi and stuff. But I was like, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's pretty pricey and I probably could get it cheaper. But at the time, I was like, I just needed better Wi-Fi because our Wi-Fi before was trash. And I was like, if I have to pay for it, I'll pay for a better Wi-Fi. It's fine. But yeah. Sometimes it does go down, which is very annoying. I don't understand how, you know, a big company like AE has problems with its Wi-Fi, but each their own, I guess. It was very annoying. I don't know what else to talk about because the build is pretty much like just coming together on its own. I did the bathroom. I added some cluttering pieces and some flowers. I do go around and add some more clutter because I think at the start I kind of just added in items that I wanted, like needed, and then went in and like cluttered it up a bit more. As you can see, I had to add more money because I kept running out of money. Because in my mind I was like, I've only got a few more rooms to do. I've only got this room left to do, and then I still need more money, and I still need more money. So yeah, next time I'll try and do a budget build, but like stick to it. Maybe I'll just pull out all the items that I need and then get that done straight away. But also, the last people that I posted up, someone like suggested it, and then when I was streaming on Friday, I think it was, I got another suggestion, or I got another challenge I can try, which I'm slightly intimidated by, but I'm gonna give it a good go. So I have to build a starter home for 8 Sims, which I think will be insane. So in my mind, I'm thinking I might do it as a base game, and like, but then trying to do a starter with a base game with 8 Sims is kind of hard. But what I was thinking is, do I go with the budget that you would have if you had 8 Sims, or do I go with 20k? Because in my mind, 20k doesn't make sense because you wouldn't have 20k if you're 8 Sims moving into a starter home. You would have more than that. So I need to figure out how much they have, and then I can work with that. Because I think that will give me a bit more leeway than me trying to do 20k, which is a starter nevertheless. But like, if you have 8 Sims already, you're going to have more money than that. So yeah, but I'm gonna give it a go. Once I finish the speed build, I'm gonna start building a wedding venue, but I want to just do base game. And I was thinking of Widow Creek because I've not really, I mean, I have done some venues that can fit into Widow Creek, but now that the base game is going to be free, or yeah, well, it's going to be free next month, I thought I would do a few more base game builds. And I'm kind of inspired to do some base game builds inspired by the worlds, especially Widow Creek, because I didn't really pay attention to the New Orleans kind of theme that they've got going on in Widow Creek. So for this build for the wedding venue, I've literally googled New Orleans wedding venues, and I've got a photo, and it's very kind of colonial, but I'm gonna obviously fit it into the world a bit and use base game items that I think would fit for the image that I have in front of me. But yeah, I'm gonna give that a go and probably do another base game build. I do have speed build this week and like a family dynamics video, but it's like an update, so like a bonus video. I decided to just, like, I had so many things going on with the other households from the family dynamics challenge. I decided to do a video where it's just like an update version of what everyone's doing, where everyone's living, all that kind of stuff. So that's what you have to look forward to. But I'm pretty sure this video is coming to an end. Screenshots are coming. And if you do want this build is up on the gallery. My gallery ID is Sabythesimmer. I hope you have a great Tuesday, peeps. I'll see you on Thursday for a new video. And also, I'm streaming Thursdays and Fridays this week on stream. So give me a follow on Twitch and you'll be notified every time I go live. So I'll see you then. Take care, guys. Bye.